Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends, and glad you could attend. Put on your dancing shoes, folks, because we're going to the Bloody Ballet. Yes, Bloody Ballet, brought to us by Brett Mullen, giving us the story of a dancer, Adriana Mina, who lands the big role, the lead role in a stage performance of the Nutcracker Ballet. But with that role, she finds she gets jealousy from the other performers in their troupe, as well as some kind of evil supernatural force just doesn't like her in this role and is tormenting her. And we see how she has to deal with all of this, including the pressure of being the lead in such a big production in Bloody Ballet. I really enjoyed this film. It was a lot better done than I thought it was going to be, in all honesty, because when you hear that the Bloody Ballet done kind of in the style of Italian horror, giallo films, you're like, oh boy, here we go. But the story felt like its own entity, though it does have those influences, yes, from Suspiria, from the other Italian and Euro horror films of the past. It did feel like it was trying to give its own spin and its own identity, and I think it accomplishes that fairly well, especially because of the performance of Kendra Carelli, and we also got the performance of Debbie Rochon in here, Katie Carpenter, Caroline Williams, all do well in here, but especially Kendra, who plays the main actress. She really gets into this role and sells this torment and this pressure that she's dealing with, all the while dealing with some inner demons by herself as well. You know, she's got all of that in here, and I think she embodied that well and really connected with the character, and you felt sympathy for her. Now, as far as the visuals go, you can definitely see the Italian horror influence and what the director was going for in this film. But I didn't feel that it was forced or blatantly put in there. It felt like it fit the narrative. I loved the whacked visuals and the fact that they took some chances in here in some really crazy stuff that you wouldn't see normally people take chances in with a film. But considering this is supposed to be kind of a, I don't know if maybe a send-up, or at least in the style of those type of films, you are used to those type of visuals, and they capture that spirit and that energy very well in this movie. Now, they add this extra element of an investigator, which I kind of saw what angle they were playing with that. It is kind of telegraphed in here. Didn't take me away from the film, though it may be jarring for some people, jumping from scenes to trying to figure out the order of everything, but I enjoyed that because it kind of kept you on your toes. There are some serious moments in here, some pretty graphic moments in here as well, and in the end, I think if you're a fan of Italian Euro horror, going into this film, I think you'll find that you'll enjoy it more than you might expect to for an indie film of this budget and nature. So a production value I thought was good overall. There weren't really any audio issues in this movie. And yeah, I think it's worth your watch if you're a fan of these types of films. Not quite to the level of, say, Suspiria or some of those other films, but it is done in that spirit, and it captures that spirit well, which is why I think it may be worth a watch for you fans out there. So if you have seen Bloody Ballet, please leave your comments down below. Love to hear your constructive thoughts on this movie. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of you for taking time to watch my videos. Thank you so much, and until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.